This is a story about a truly incredible room makeover. Hi there, I'm Alexandra Beuter, and welcome to a Moody room makeover. This is like nothing I have ever shared before. It's like nothing I've ever created before, but I am so happy with how it turned out. I'm gonna start from the beginning, share what the room started like, obviously, and take you guys through the whole process. We did a lot of budget-friendly items and DIYs, and I just cannot believe that it's done. So I hope that you enjoy this, and let's get started with that before. So here is the true before and the true starting point of this project. We're gonna get started pretty far into it, but I wanna show you guys exactly what we were working with in the very beginning. The first thing we did is get all of that furniture out. We got a new bed on Facebook Marketplace. You will not believe the price when I tell you in the walkthrough at the end. And then we added this paneling that goes all the way around. It's essentially a faux shiplap. Painted the top gray, the bottom blue, and now we're gonna start to really bring this space together with a bunch of DIYs. The first one I'm starting here is a furniture transformation, and then we're also going to hang these lights on either side of the bed, and they are no wiring, battery operated, from Amazon. I talk about these a lot on my channel because I think they're such an easy and inexpensive way to add so much character and charm to your space. And after we got those lights up, we started playing around with the layout of the rest of the room. There really is only one obvious spot for the bed, so that was pretty easily decided, but I just wanted to play around with furniture and decor I already had. I was trying a mirror above the dresser, and we also decided to take these bookcases out of here because I really feel like they make the room feel like it's closing in and feel smaller, so we're gonna opt for a lighter visual weight on the top half, especially since we kind of split the room with the shiplap on the bottom and then the gray paint on top. And the next project we're gonna do is what's gonna go above the bed. You guys, this is such a cute DIY. So I bought this frame for it, but it's so heavy, I just didn't feel comfortable hanging that above his bed, which is why we're gonna hang an IKEA frame instead. And inside of that frame, we're going to hang this sign that says "Long Live Boyhood." This is from Amazon. They have so many different styles and sizes to choose from, and I honestly cannot get over how cute this looks in just a few seconds here. First though, I just wanted to steam it and get all of the lines and wrinkles out of it from being packaged. And I'm just obsessed with this. I originally came up with this because I saw someone put an American flag inside of a frame from Hobby Lobby. They paid for it to get professionally framed, so it's a little more expensive than this, but it just looked incredible. And I knew I wanted to find a cool flag to put in a frame and just, you know, kind of figure it out on my own. So this is insanely affordable. I feel like the flag was around $15 and the frame probably around $20. And once all of this was ready to go, I just added it in the frame, put the pieces back together, and you guys, look at this after. It is just the cutest thing, and it really inspired a lot of the colors I continue to use throughout this space with the decor and just all of the other elements we're gonna start adding together soon. So picking up right where we left off with this furniture DIY, I now have all of the tape on here. And let me just tell you, if I ever do this again, there are so many things I will be doing differently, but I always like to share the actual process with you guys just because, you know, pretty much everything I do in these videos, I'm doing for the first time. So I certainly don't expect all of it to go perfectly. As you can see, I used two different kinds of tape because that's just what we had, but if I was to do this again, I would make sure I use the same tape, same size, same brand. That way things turn out a lot more even. And also I used furniture paint, which is going to be obvious to a lot of you guys, but I honestly never knew there was a difference. And it is a lot more expensive. It dries a lot faster. And the person who helped me with this paint color, I was trying to color match it as best I could to the sign that we just hang. She really insisted that I needed furniture paint to paint a dresser. So just wanted to share that little tip with you, but I'm going to do 2 coats of this on the top and then on the front where of course all of the tape is. I was able to use a roller brush on the vast majority of this, and then I did need a little handheld brush for the very top where I couldn't fit the roller. And this was honestly like the perfect opportunity to try something new, try something I wasn't super confident in, because we've had this dresser since before Forrest was born. It was really inexpensive. It's from IKEA. I want to say it was like around $100, and we've gotten a lot of use out of it. So of course I don't want to waste it. I really want the project to turn out well, but if you are going to try something new, this is kind of the perfect opportunity to do it. So as the video continues, we will be doing a lot of different things to this, and I just cannot wait for you guys to see truly the entire process from start to finish. So a new day in the video means a new project. We're finally gonna start adding things on the wall, and this is gonna be heavy on the wall decor, guys. I will tell you the theme I ultimately thought of in just a minute here once we go shopping for more items, but the first things going up are these bookshelves. So we're just deciding where we're going to put them, and ultimately we decided to stack them in the corner, one on top of the other, and create a little reading nook, because I say this in the walkthrough, but Forrest has a playroom, so this room is really about sleeping and reading, and we just don't want a whole lot of distractions. So we're just, keeping it simple. I really don't want to fill it with a bunch of toys, but look at these bookshelves from Amazon. They come in a few different colors. They're super affordable, and I've also seen people flip these over and hang them with a shelf, or hang them like a shelf with the thinner piece of wood on the bottom. So I like that they're really versatile too. And we're about to start pulling the tape off. I'm crossing my fingers, it looks good. It's alright, it's alright. Nobody freak out yet. I feel like I taped the opposite of what I should have taped. On the bottom. The top, I think the top's gonna be okay, but the bottom, we're gonna think about it. We know I will fix it, we know it will look good. We gotta think. So like I said, I wasn't loving it, and I honestly should have painted stripes one way, let it dry, and paint stripes the other way, but girl, we're gonna fix it, so let's go shopping and get some ideas. So we are at Hobby Lobby. Sorry about the lighting. It is sun shining. I've had a revelation, you guys. We are creating Camp Forrest. So it's gonna be very campy. It's kind of the route I've been going, but I just kind of thought of Camp Forrest. And he just loves like outdoory type stuff. Is that even a word? No, obviously I'm not outdoorsy. And I just want to look for like literally anything that would be any decor for a log cabin vibe for his room to really finish it up and tie it together. The bedspread came in, his sheets are in. I need to wash those tonight so I can put those on. That will really make the room feel a lot more of the campy vibe. And then I asked Chad what he thought about the dresser. He said he likes it. Is he lying? Possibly. I still am gonna look for poles here and put those on and then see what I think, but I'm not convinced yet. So I did get a few items that were thrifted, but I had such a hard time finding like real decor at thrift stores. You guys, I honestly went to thrift stores probably 15 to 20 times throughout the course of this project and barely found anything. So Hobby Lobby had a lot of the items I wish I was able to thrift, and I just cannot believe how well these items pull the room together. I really wanted almost like a Pottery Barn feel, like an elevated Pottery Barn campy feel. Also, Hobby Lobby has so much hardware, I didn't realize that. I found the cutest little wooden knobs to add to his dresser.
Well, we did so good at Hobby Lobby for Camp Forrest. I know he's gonna love everything. I cannot wait to show him. We're gonna go home and start putting everything up, but first I'm gonna stop at Home Goods because it's close by. And honestly, I've never noticed like campy outdoorsy decor at Home Goods since it's not something I have ever done before. I don't really pay attention to it, but since it's right here, I figured we could go inside and check. And we are at Joann Fabric, so we're gonna get some paint. I'm gonna do some DIY hand painting on the dresser, and hopefully it turns out great. I feel like it's gonna be fine, we'll find out. And then also my sister sent me a TikTok last night where on the white, like so if you have a picture, a framed picture, and then there's like the white on the inside, and then you put the actual picture in it. There was a TikTok where someone put fabric on that white part, and it just looked so cool. And I really want to try it above the dresser with these small 6 frames that I have. So a couple DIYs to do now. I hope they turn out good. So here's all of the colors I grabbed, 3 greens and 2 browns and a black. I just watched a bunch of TikToks on how to paint greens, and the #1 thing they said is a fan brush, which is great because I literally have a billion flat brushes. I have a new pack, and then I have flat brushes right here. So we're just gonna do our best. I wanna start and do a large one here and then have them get smaller as they go down. Let's just try our best. Everybody cross your fingers. Here we go.
It's been a while since I talked about happy accidents in my videos. It's been a while since I've done a DIY on my channel, but I really feel like this one was a happy accident because the trees looked so cool by the end of this, and I never would have done it if the stripes worked out how I originally wanted them to. But again, it really adds to those campy vibes and those homey feelings that I want to, you know, create and add in here for Forrest so much. And oh my gosh, I just realized, obviously his name is Forrest, so we're adding a forest of trees. How cute, you guys, how cute.
I actually cannot believe this doesn't look bad. Can you see? Let me move the light. That looks pretty good, right? I think I'm gonna go all the way down to the bottom and not worry about a base.
So we end up doing about 6 or so trees, all different heights. And I am not, extremely taking my time by any means. I'm also not trying to rush it. I feel like done is better than perfect. So I am trying to use a few different shades of green. That way it's not too flat. And then we'll continue adding some shade colors and then some highlight colors. But all in all, I feel like this is looking pretty good for an extreme amateur.
I'm actually so excited about this now. So this is what it's looking like at the moment. I'm just gonna take a short break, let things really dry, probably add a little bit of highlight to it. And then once it's fully dry, I can put the polyurethane on it. That way there isn't any paint chips or whatnot. So next up is another fun DIY project. This is the fabric that I picked out. I chose one with a blue stripe just so it could tie into the wall here. And originally I was planning on putting it on these frames, but these actually don't have like the white square in them. And then these ones are see-through all the way. So I'll probably print out pictures, but I think this is gonna look super cool behind this frame.
So like I was saying, these don't have that white cardstock board. I really recommend if you have frames like that to use them because it's just gonna hold the fabric a little more taut, and you also can use some glue to adhere it, but I couldn't really do that with the plastic sheets I was working with. However, I just wanted to use these because we've had them sitting in storage for a couple of years, and if I change my mind and want to redo it, then I will. But I figured free is better considering I already had these laying around, and I also really wanted to thrift some cool frames, but I couldn't find any that I felt like were worth the price because they were charging for the art that's in them. And all I really wanted was the frame. So that's why I was like, girl, let's just go with what we have, especially because it has the gold tones. And the only other thing with the gold tones are the lights. So I always really try and be conscious of that and use multiple of the same tones, like the same shades of wood and whatnot, to really bring this space together. And then for the pictures in these, I'm doing lizards, snakes, frogs, all Forrest's favorite like amphibians. Are those even amphibians? I don't know, but he likes those kind of things right now. So I just went on Canva. I have the paid version, but also on the free version, you were able to do this. It's just a few less stock images, and I just searched for different animals. And then I was just finding as many in the same style as I could. So I only needed 6, but it was hard to find 6 of the same style, and I finally did. So I just printed these out on a cardstock, a little bit of a, thicker paper, and then put them in the frames on top of the fabric. And one thing I did on accident is I didn't cut the fabric the same direction on all 6, but I did 3 vertical and 3 horizontal. So I just kind of hung them accordingly to make it look like that was at least somewhat intentional, but it'll all work out in the end. and we're on to the very last day of getting this room together. So I am putting the polyurethane on top of the dresser to seal it, and guys, let me show you what happens. Literally my jaw hits the floor because everything is going fine on the top with just the furniture paint, and then I got to right here, and you guys watch my face in a good 5 seconds here when I start going over the tree. It just completely took the tree off. I know someone watching this is going to know, is it like an oil and water-based paint thing? Like one's oil, one's water. I don't know why, but I realized at that point, do not go over the tree. So I end up fixing that one, of course, but you know, I had a lot to learn for a first timer. So I'm just sharing all of my mistakes along the way. Regardless, I am so proud of how this turns out. It is just the cutest thing to me. The dresser is all painted, and now we're going to steam and iron the sheets and comforter. I just washed these, but I want them to look extra nice for the reveal, and I knew I needed a plaid comforter. I just feel like that is the epitome of cabin and cozy vibes, and I love that this one has the blue to tie into the wall color, and then it also has almost like an orangey red tone. So this is seriously just so perfect for the vibe I was going for. And then this sheet set, okay, I've said this before, I love a contrasting pattern and a coordinating color. I just think it makes a space look a little more elevated and like a little bit more of a higher end design is what I'm trying to say. So that one had some castles, and gosh, I can't even remember what else, but it just fit like the Wonderland boy vibe. So we're gonna put this on. I'm going to iron it a little bit better. It was just looking so wrinkly, and then we'll put everything together. I have a new pillow, I had a throw blanket, and you guys, the vibes once the bed is together, it is just really gonna start coming together. We're adding all of the pillows on here now. It's really coming together. And I also found a bolster pillow that looks just like a log. I really wanted one that was like 3 times the length, a lot bigger, but it did not exist. So that's totally fine. That looks cute. I'm gonna add on the throw blanket here, kind of tossle it around to look a little more effortless. And then I'm just gonna do a couple things real quick to finish up styling the space before we do our final walkthrough. Starting with a $40 rug from Amazon. It's a 5x7, totally has the cabin vibes. And at the end of the bed, I'm adding a toy chest that has a soft close lid, so any toys that he brings in throughout the day, we can just toss them away in there. Adding the handles, or I should say the knobs, onto the dresser. How cute with those little log knobs. Adding books and coordinating colors on these bookshelves, of course on a regular basis. They can be whatever he wants, but just wanted it to look nice for the reveal. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is paint touch up. So some of the blue paint was on the gray and vice versa. Just wanted to get that all cleaned up, you guys, and then we're just seconds away from that reveal.
And can you guys even believe what you are looking at right now? So here is the full after of the room. I'm gonna walk through and talk about every single thing in here. So when we started this project, I originally wanted to thrift absolutely everything, but that turned out to be a lot harder than I expected. We did have some great thrift finds though. This bed was a Facebook Marketplace find for $75. Solid maple. It is so beautiful. I absolutely love this bed. It's the first thing that we got, I'm pretty sure, and really helped to inspire the rest of these Camp Forrest vibes. We also got this chest on Facebook Marketplace. I think it was around $50. And then the last like thrift find was this rocking chair. My husband actually found this, and I honestly thought it was a full-size chair when he sent me the picture, but it's perfect for Forrest to sit there and look at his books. And we really wanted, he has a playroom, so I know there's gonna be people that say it's too old for him, but we don't really keep a lot of toys in his room. His toys are downstairs. Well, they're like all over the place, let's be real, but he doesn't really play a lot in his room. We wanted this to be for sleeping and reading and not like super busy with a bunch of other things, but we also wanted it to show his personality. So he loves the outdoors, he loves animals, he loves to travel, he's really interested in geography and maps and books, and it's just so him. So this was a Hobby Lobby find. I'm sure some of you saw this air purifier. That's just my husband's thing. He's obsessed with always making sure we have really good air, especially Forrest. And then these bookshelves are from Amazon, super affordable. They come in 3 different wood tones. We definitely have a few different wood tones going on in here, and that was intentional. I just feel like it's very eclectic and really goes into the cabin vibes where everything isn't so perfect and matchy. Like, I feel like everything in here has such a story to it. The next Hobby Lobby find was this paddle or oar, I don't even know what you call those. And then the Long Live Boyhood sign. So the frame is from IKEA, and then the flag is from Amazon. I'm absolutely obsessed with that. Those lights are from Amazon, those battery operated ones. Again, they come in so many different styles and colors, but I absolutely loved that. This table I've had for a while. It's from Target. We've had that plant, and then the turtle was a Home Goods find, and then the bed turned out so cute. So I actually saw these sheets on Target online on sale for under $20, and I just thought they were so cute. I knew the colors would go, so there's the castles and the dragons, and I thought he would think that was real cute. And then the comforter was an Amazon find, super affordable. Same with this little throw pillow, and then I already had this throw blanket. And then the $40 rug, I'm sure I mentioned that, but it's just so perfect for being on carpet, how thin it is. And then we just have a basket of stuffed animals in that corner. Over here, you guys know I went through so much with this dresser, but I fixed that tree last night where I pulled the paint off with the polyurethane, and then I decorated up here a little bit, just, you know, simple. And then those frames, you guys know how I made those, so that's how those turned out. Honestly, I do think that they're a little bit too high. That's just where my husband hung them for me. I wasn't here when he was hanging them, but I might get another picture to put underneath it just so there's not an empty space. And then all of these over here were Hobby Lobby finds as well. So the bear, the cow, is that even a cow? The gone fishing sign. I grabbed that one because of the navy, so it helped to tie into the rest of the room. And then just to back it up is the prevent wildfire sign up there. That was Hobby Lobby. And then this full-length mirror, we already had that. It is attached onto the wall. I know somebody is gonna ask since it's just sitting there leaning, but it is like fixed to the wall. It's not going anywhere. And then the very last thing is this light. So this helicopter light, this was the first thing that we ever did in his room, and then that theme just kind of stopped. But since we're going for an eclectic feel in here, I still think it looks totally fine. The blue still ties into the blue in the rest of the room. And then one thing I didn't really mention in this video at least is the trim we put around the top. So kind of like a crown molding, but not fully a crown molding. It's seriously just like wall trim, and it looks so cute and helps just to tie off the different sections. So we finally finished Camp Forrest. It is the cutest thing ever. I think he really is going to be able to grow into this room and grow into this space. And there's so many reasons I wanted a budget-friendly room, obviously, because why not? But also, as he grows, he will have opinions. His taste is going to change. He might always love this campy room, or he might want something different. And, you know, if he wants to paint the walls one day, that's not a big deal. If he wants a different bed, it was only $75. It's okay. We could probably sell it for what we bought it for. So I just try to be smart with things like that where, you know, obviously I love it, but the older he gets, the more opinions he has. If he wants to change things, then we definitely can. But this is seriously so Forrest with all the animals and the books and whatnot. So I'm really, really happy with it. And I hope all of you guys are too. So that is the completed room makeover. I hope you guys loved it. Write a comment down below. Please like and subscribe if you haven't yet. I have recent videos linked down below, and I'll link as many of the products and finds that I can in that description box as well. And I will see you guys right here in a few days in a brand new video. Bye.